the zip system, which is the green subsheeting that you saw us put on the big end wall of the house, southern exposure, high, windows. That's waterproof, or it will be once the tape is on the seams, essentially waterproof. The rest of the house, the rest of the subsheeting on the house is not. And so we're going to put house wrap on everything except the zip system end wall. So I've never used this particular house wrap. I see it showing up around here a lot. That's good. I think it's going to work great. It seems to have some features that might be good. I can't speak to that for sure. I have used off and on over the years lots of Tyvek, and I'm putting this stuff up the same way I've always put Tyvek up, and that is pull it tight, staple it with as few staples as I need to hold it up, and keep moving. So I have every reason to think that this stuff is going to do exactly what I need it to do. It's going up nicely. These are nice calm mornings. The wind is not blowing. Looks good. And after all, in the world we live in, green is the color of virtue. So, you know, we're going to look virtuous up here on the hill. You know, of all the conversations that are happening right now around construction and building science, I don't know if any of them have more energy than the energy that's expended arguing about this type of thing, the building wraps. I mean, between, you know, the marketplace contests of the advertising claims and the testing that's going on in laboratories and the just online on forums like this, people will come to blows over which building wrap is superior for which particular reasons. And okay, that's not happening here. I can't tell you with authority which building wrap is better. I can't even tell you which one I like better, except I like this. It's going up. It's turning my house a beautiful, virtuous green. And, you know, it's one step down. I like that. And living in Oregon, building wraps have to be significant because this is a wet part of the world. Moisture wants into that dry space, right? In a wood frame building, your first fortification against water infiltrating is the paint. Okay, now that is the truth. The first thing that's keeping the water out is the paint and the caulking and the flashing and the siding. And if you get through that, you're into this or whatever it is that you put on your subsheeting. So you've got several layers there that are tending to keep the water out, but sooner or later water will get behind the cladding and it's going to run into your house wrap, and good old gravity is going to take it to the ground. And with any luck at all, it's going to get to the ground before any of it gets back into your house. Most of the house wraps that I've used in the last 20 years are more or less just Tyvek or a competitor to Tyvek. This one though, this green sheet good is woven out of some sort of a plastic strip, woven in the sense that tarps are woven or some road fabrics are woven. It seems tough, and I can tell you it is nothing at all like a paper product, which, by the way, used to be another way to do this. Before these modern house wraps were available, we would take 15-pound felt, tar paper, like what we used on the roof, only lighter, and cover the whole house with that. Run it horizontally, overlap about 3 inches, staple it down. But these modern house wrap products are superior in pretty much every way to that. Even if the fundamental uses and the impulses and the concerns and principles are the same, this stuff is better. Now, this particular house wrap has woven cords that are sandwiched in between what appears to be 2 layers of poly something or other. It feels plenty tough, and these vertical cords that are sandwiched in there are supposed to facilitate the movement of any water that gets behind the siding. The idea is that the water that gets back there will have a direct path straight to the ground, following the larger diameter strands. And I can see that that would probably happen. The problem that is being addressed around here is that when water gets stuck behind the siding, it's going to cause mold and rot and all kinds of issues. So this is adding another sort of layer of protection to help get that moisture out of there. Because water, more than anything else, is the enemy around here. Now, I've never used this exact product, so I can't speak to how well it works. But it was the most expensive product that Gerritson's carries. Pam Smith at the Gerritson sales counter told me that she sells more of this than any other product, and the 3 or 4 local builders that I really respect use it all the time. So I'm confident that it's going to do its job. One of the decisions you have to make when you put your building wrap up is how you're going to fasten it. There are people who make a strong case for using a cap nail, which is a nail with a little plastic washer around it which goes through and holds it on, probably pretty effectively in areas of high winds. But you know what? Lots of guys staple it on too, and that's what I'm doing. We're stapling this on, we're minimizing the staples, and someone might say, well, yeah, but you've put holes in your building wrap with the staples. Certainly true. The siding is attached with nails. There will be at least 10,000 nails shot through siding through the building wrap, through the shear panel, into the studs that are back there. And so I just don't think I need to worry much about the occasional little bitty staple that is holding the stuff on here so it's intact and it's smooth and it's not flapping in the wind when it's time to put the siding up. So we pay a little extra attention at the windows and the door penetrations. I make a 45-degree cut out of the corners so that I can wrap all 4 sides back around. When the window goes in here, there's a fairly specific and elaborate process of flashing and caulking and counter flashing. And these corners, of course, remain a little bit vulnerable to leak, and so we'll do some more work there. But in general, if water were to get behind the window fin, at least coming down the side, there's a chance that it would go to the ground. Now, you may reasonably point out that I'm standing underneath the porch, so there will never be a drop of water, but there are plenty of windows where water will be in contact with the siding. I'm glad that you're watching and hanging with our series. Hopefully the information that's here is helpful to you. If the information in the video is insufficient, check the comments. There's lots of good information that comes in the comment section from people who know lots about any of these particular topics. They will also include, and we will include, notes and links to other YouTube videos that might have a more in-depth treatment of this. What I would really like to leave you with is how much I appreciate you watching Essential Craftsman, and I hope you keep up the good work.